Today on the channel, we got the G.I. Joe classified line Target exclusive Python Patrol Officer.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe classified unboxing and review. And today, we go back to Target for the exclusive Python Patrol Officer. But for all your other G.I. Joe exclusive needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Of course, anything over $39 does ship free, but of course, you're not going to find that there. Like I said, Target exclusive, hitting right now. This was my online pre-order that came in. As of right now, I have not seen these in the stores yet, but I say it all the time. I say a G.I. Joe a week keeps the doctor away. I say that. I don't know. Don't take your medical advice from me, but it is so fun to get a G.I. Joe figure. For the last couple months, it seems like we've had about one figure a week on the channel. That is a pretty fun thing to do. It's not overwhelming where you get a whole set and series at once where every figure doesn't get their just due, I guess, with your, playing around with them, stuff like that. When you get one a week on that kind of a clip, you spend a little bit more time with them. You hang out with them. You're not looking at all these other ones at the same time. You're just looking at this one. There's something about that, and I think the G.I. Joe classified line would be very smart to do this process going forward. Maybe 3 at a time at most. We'll see what happens. We know 2023 is going to be the year of G.I. Joe Classified. I can feel it in my bones. But without further ado, let's do this review. Like we do all the other reviews on the channel, let's take a look at the packaging. Let's talk about it. Let's unbox it. Let's talk about it. Let's see where it goes from there. And we're over to the Python Patrol now. Of course, we unboxed the Viper. Of course, we've unboxed the Bat. Now we're getting the Officer here. Let's get us Copperhead. That was always a really good one. And then, of course, we need a Cobra Commander in his scuba gear, or whatever you call it. I don't know what the official title is, but a very, very iconic Cobra Commander. Of course, from the Deke series, if we remember back to that. But the Python Patrol, kind of much like the Tiger Force, the Cobra sub-brand team or whatever. And it's really cool, I think, and a great idea as an exclusive, because Target exclusive, these lines, these sub-lines, they're not for everybody. So these are the perfect avenues to go to retail with these. I would love to see Walmart with the Night Force exclusives. Let's do Night Force repaints, things like that. Maybe I'm getting the cart before the horse, as one might say. But I do think this is a smart strategy on Hasbro and the G.I. Joe team, the way they're doing business here. But there it is. You got the big old window box. Trying to think, is this technically probably going to be the last one in the window box? This very well could be. This could be the end of an era in this video right here. I believe this might be the last one we have in the window box. We'll have to check, but I think that is the case. G.I. Joe classified line, get a little glamour shot. Big window box showing everything in here. You can't really beat that. We know that. 56 on the side, Python Patrol. Really good artwork. I do like this artwork. It's really hit and miss on this G.I. Joe classified artwork. But I guess at the end of the day, that is art in general. You like what you like, and guess what? You don't what you don't. But very, very cool. Looks like we've got some night ravens flying above his head there. Always very cool. And on the back, just absolute god-awful back packaging. The G.I. Joe Classified series, they hit so many home runs. I guess if they're going to hit and swing and strike out, I guess it's good it's the back of the package. I guess I'm okay with that, but just not a fan of the back of the package here. Doesn't really tell us anything, doesn't do anything. It's just like, it feels like I'm just lost. I don't even really know what I'm looking at. It's just not good, not good. Python Patrol in the back. Oh, beware the Python Patrol. See you later. Goodbye, little plastic prison for the last time. Oh my gosh, it can't be. But there it is, Python Patrol Officer. Of course, a repaint of the regular Officer that is out right now. Pull all these pieces out here. There it is, pistol. Got a little knife action, of course. Got to have those. Got a little clip, magazine clip. Oh, people get worked up if you call it a clip when it's a magazine, or if you call it a magazine when it's a clip. It ruins people's days. It happens. See you later. I've seen in the comments, my day was ruined, Kyle. You called it a clip and it's a magazine, or vice versa. I don't pretend to be an expert. I don't pretend to be an expert. But here we go. Let's break it down, and let's start with all these accessories first. Of course, no extra hands with the classified line, but we do get a lot of stuff. We do get this kind of, I guess it is technically a backpack. It does plug into his back. We saw this with the regular Cobra officer. It was all in black. This time it is in gray. Has the Cobra insignia on it. Really nice. Of course, it does hold the weapons and all that kind of stuff in there. The blaster, the rifle. There you go. Let's get there. We do got a knife. Always got to have a nice black sculpting on the handle. Got the knife right at the top. I believe this is the identical one from the officer. Repaint, the name of the game right here. Once again, it's not going to be for everybody, but we do get the repaint there. What do we got? We got a little pistol. We got a pistol. No, we got a pistol is what we got. All in black. Looking good. It does have the hole in the end, so if we had some effect pieces, you could put them in here. I'm waiting for like Hasbro Pulse to make an exclusive of here's effect pieces for these Cobra figures. We'll see if that does happen one of these days. Joe figures too, obviously. We did get them with the Viper 3-pack, as we do know. And we got the long one here. A little bit different, if I remember correctly. I don't think we had this green little spot over there, so it does make it feel a little bit different. And then you do got the sight, the scope, whatever we're going to call it. It does plug in the side, it looks like. It looks like that is the case. I believe that is the case. But it doesn't want to play. It doesn't want to work with me right here. But let's see. Can I get it? Or maybe it goes on the top here. No, it doesn't. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Plugged it in. Just user error. You got to figure it out. But we had that in the other one. God, it doesn't like to stay in. But I would say, and I've said this in a lot of my G.I. Joe videos, I don't need these parts coming off. I would be just perfectly fine with them sculpted in. I think it would keep the cost down on the figures. We'd be able to maybe get a different weapon or something else with them instead. I don't know, but I just don't think it is really needed or worth it there. It does fit on here very well. This magazine, clip, magazine, it's going to be both. It's an interchangeable term for me. I know some of you guys, like I said, don't like it, but you can take it out of here if you need to. You do get another one right here with this, a little bit bigger. It's somewhere between a rifle and a pistol, but that does fit in the side there like we've seen before. Just never very good, though. It always takes some work, but it will fit in here. If you let it. There you go. Fits right in there. So a lot of reuse on these weapons, stuff we've seen in the past. Now we get down to another guy that's got some reuse, is the officer here. And of course he's got the Python Patrol colors. Got kind of that limeish color green, kind of the vomit green really is what it reminds me of. Cobra insignia, first thing you notice right there on the chest. Against the black, it does look good. It definitely looks like a special force. It looks like a different force for sure. Looks very, very nice for the colors. Obviously, not the most eye-appeasing colors out there, I don't think, but it still does look good. And the collar being in red really brings it all home, if you ask me. I believe the helmet's removable. Yes, it is. Helmet is removable if you need that to be taken off. Very, very darker skin tone underneath there. I don't know if it's nationality or if it's a guy that's been in the sun out in the Python Patrol getting a lot of tan going on, but definitely a little bit darker skin tone around the eyes than we're accustomed to, I believe. We'll have to compare it here in a second. Got the black mask over the face, and then you don't got a lot of personality because of that mask there, but the eyes do say a few things. He does got his big vest going on. Of course, backpack plugs into the back of it. You got all kinds of pockets and things sculpted in. Looks really, really good. You do got a waist belt that is free-flowing. It does move around a little bit. You can store things on there, which is always nice. That's the cool thing about the classified line. We always say everything is storable on the figure. Really do like that. Got the nice gray gloves. Got the black forearm guards. You got the knee pads there that are sculpted in. They're not like a traditional wrestling knee pad that goes over. They're sculpted in there. Got a spot for his knife on the side. You got the gray boots against the black pants. Looking really good. Articulation. Arms go all the way around. Got a little butterfly action as well for extra posability. You got the side to side at the bicep. Double jointed elbows. Unfortunately, they are not pinless. And I got a little looseness here. A little looser than I would like it in that arm. Hands back and forth, side to side. You got that ab crunch going on, waist articulation. He can do those big old G.I. Joe splits if he needs to. And then, of course, you got the drop down hips articulation. You got the thigh cut hidden really, really well in the sculpt. Double jointed knees, boot cut, ankles back and forth, side to side. So good posability out of this guy right here. He does look good. He looks mean and green. He's not, definitely, he is not iconic. When you think of a lot of the army builders, troop builders over the years, unless you're a huge, huge Python Patrol dude from back in the 80s, he's probably not the first thing that comes to your mind. But I love the idea of these little sub-teams, building out some army builders, eventually getting a Cobra Commander to go with them. I think it'll look really, really good on the shelf in the future. Fit on a ringside collectible stand as usual. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you grab the Mattel stands, as I always say. And look at that. He fits perfectly, like right there. Stick that in there. Looking good. Let's grab the other officer here. Let's look at some of these comparisons. And yes, it is identical. Same thing, just color paint differences. Definitely different skin tone here. He does got a little darkness to him as well. He almost looks like he's sunburned, and he took it to the next level. It's like he started, got sunburned, and it developed into a nice tan is how his eyes look on these two. But definitely everything is the same across the board here. It's just color change differences. That's what we call getting the most out of our molds. We say that all the time. The Joe brand is going to do that, and it's a little easier for the Joe brand to do it than, let's say, Star Wars, where you got so many aliens and different people. You can't get all those people made all the time. But the Joe brand, you can get different designations of guards, things like that, and get a ton of reuse going, and we see that right here. Of course, if you're building out the Python Patrol team, you got the old Vipers right there, you got the Bats. We're really building it out. It is interesting how these guys are part of the same team, but they look different. You got greens over here, more of a yellow and silver, I guess, gray color here, and then a more of a maroon and yellow over here. So a little bit different, not really a matching feely team right here, but I guess they are at the end of the day. They truly are. But very, very fun to get this G.I. Joe classified figure. And I have to think this is it for a little bit. I don't know when the Cover Girls, Falcons of the world, we're getting another 1-2 barbecue. We know he's coming as well. We got a few more things to come, but it might be a little bit of a gap. I think our Joe a week run is probably coming to an end here, unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll see. We got a lot more Joes to come in 2023, and you guys know we'll be here for it on the channel. But what say you guys about this guy? You picking him up? You playing the long game? Easy pass? You don't do sub-teams? Let me know your thoughts on the Target exclusive right here. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day. And then some. Oh, yes, and then some. And we got even more content for you on Patreon. And, of course, Patreon, your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget to follow along and hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Python Patrol, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.